the video on the lady who moved away from her religion. What's our topic for today? What are we going to talk about?
So I sent that because for years you were allowing certain people to come into your home to tell you about the good news, and their news is a little bit different than our news. And so I decided to go ahead and send the video to you just so you could be introduced to someone on the other side
Yeah.
of that religion.
No, they weren't allowed in my house.
Oh, gotcha.
No, I went to their place because my husband decided, that I could talk to them, but not in the house. So then after, it wasn't like physical. Then it was a Zoom because I was studying with them before 2018 ish or whatever, or maybe even before. And then for some of the time I went to their Kingdom Hall, and then and of course our church started praying for me. I was on the sick list. Somebody had anonymously put me on the sick list. So I wasn't sick. I was just investigating. I just wanted to know.
They say you dip your foot in a certain water every now and again. You might.
No, I learned a lot of things that we do as Christians that we also shouldn't be doing. So it's like there's a scripture that says, you learn in part, you do in part, or I don't know that the exact scripture. My husband is really good at that scripture. You could. I like your new glasses.
Well, thank you.
Are they new?
I've had them. I just keep misplacing them from time to time.
Oh.
But I've been really keeping the last month. I've been keeping good track of them because I only have the one pair. I'm not like our mom who has one in each room. So wherever she is,
like your sister, who's the oldest, now has to appear in every room because I was the last one to wear the glasses, and I told the what's the doctors that they call?
Our brother doesn't have glasses, baby.
No, yes he does.
Oh, what's he does, doesn't he?
Yes he does. I kept track of that thing. I told my obstetrician. Is it obstetrician?
Optometrist.
Optometrist. I told my optometrist that I won. He said, "What'd you win?" I said, "I'm the last sibling to wear glasses." He said, "How's that working out for you?" I said, "Not very well." Because I couldn't see. Not like I'm out at night.
You couldn't see far away, so you're nearsighted.
I couldn't see license plates in the dark, but I'm out that often, and I couldn't see grocery store signs above. You know what I mean?
Girl.
So, yeah, he's like, "How's that working for you?" I'm like, "Not very well," but I still won.
Shaking my head. So let me tell you, I knew that I actually needed glasses at night before I knew I needed glasses for anything else. Because when I hit one curb too many in the dock, I can't try time. Because you're off just by a little bit.
Yeah.
When you come home and the tires are all out, and then you get the eyebrows like.
Girl, hey. You know them curves be jumping out at us. I've had a
few. You know, do. Yeah. So these are actually my okay. So it just started out with the glasses I needed to see at night. It ended up being like the glasses I needed for like to see far away, but I wouldn't use them for that. I would use them for night, right? To now graduating to reading glasses. These are my reading glasses, baby. Makes everything a little bit magnified. Hello.
I hear you. So you know what? Why is it that we'll be fine, and then all of a sudden, I'm hot all of a sudden.
Girl, let me tell you. So okay, so I don't know how. Can you hear me a little bit better now than you could a little while ago, or no?
I can.
Okay, so I'm going to explain to you why. Whenever I get a little, personal summer, I do this.
But it wasn't the fan, though.
No.
But I, you know what? The baby was in here with me. That's a whole other story, people. Yes, I am a Mima with my sister with Mima.
Welcome to the Mima Club, baby.
Yeah. So I don't know. I thought I had it on a decent volume, but I just turned up my volume a little bit more. So. I mean, I could hear you before, but I don't know. I mean, I'm on 50. I'm on 50 volume. So, yeah. Anyway, let me turn the fan on too, and I see that you have on. You don't need to get up and move anywhere today.
I'm good.
No, I'm saying that because I saw your nice little dress. I'm not sure if you forgot, but I was like, oh.
So you know what I do? This is perfect in the house.
It's funny because you know what, you and I, we're over the top because your dress is fine for the average people, but I'm like, she's showing her knees almost. I don't know.
No, this dress reminds me of when I was young, like 6 years old, and mom used to put us in these little small little dresses above our knees, and I would feel so like exposed, like so naked, even then.
Oh, I didn't then. Back then I didn't.
And she's like, "Oh, you look so cute." No, I feel like I'm exposed. But we didn't know those words. I just felt very uncomfortable. Well, I was kind of a preferred pant kind of gal, but if I had a dress on, I definitely preferred it to be below the knee.
Oh,
and if I'm older,
that didn't bother me. Because then we got older. We got to be like elementary school, and then our cousin taught us to wear some shorts under your dress.
Yes.
Yeah, like that. Not like our mom wanted us to do that, but we did. Everyone. I did it for a short period of time.
Thanks, April. We say April. April.
So if somebody said, "Ooh, I saw your undergarments or your whatever,"
they would say underwear because they was young. We were young.
All right, underwear. And then what was the response from our sassy cousin who taught us some things? At least they're clean and paid for. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
I keep meaning to send a picture of, because nobody barely even knew that I was about to be a grandma. So yeah,
an announcement. Hello, world. I'm a Mima.
Hello, world. Yes. It's like, how to say you're a Mima without saying you're a Mima.
Exactly. And can I just say that you're using Mima instead of grandma or Nana or whatever you use, yayas or. To me, that's like flattery. That's like the best compliment when you want to use the name that I use also. So
yeah, I just love the way that it sounded. I kept saying, yeah. And plus, I hold our grandma near and dear, so I just think of Grandma T when I Turner, and then when I think of Nana, I hold my Nana in such high regard. So I don't even think that, you know what I mean.
And our nanny, we had a nanny, a Nana, and a grandma all in one sitting.
A Nana, a nanny, and grandma.
Yes.
Yep. So, and not everybody's blessed to be able to have to even know their our great grandmother, for a bit.
I know.
Yeah. So that was Nanny. Yep. So to me, those names are like, those are their names. I can't. I'm not saying I can't fit their shoes or whatever, but I don't know. Mima just sounds so. I don't know, like us.
Because I was like, I didn't want my granddaughter to call me grandma because I felt like I was like too young to be a grandma.
I know, right?
So, but now so instead of saying grandma, she said Mima, like I guess she was trying to say it or whatever. I don't know how it came about, but my granddaughter actually named me Mima. So I was like,
you know what?
Mima it is. Mima.
Saying that. Who was that? I think it was my husband who said that one of his sisters said, "Oh, the kids kind of name you what they're gonna say, but I'm Mima. We got this thing. We got this thing."
Oh boy. And it's funny how we both have our granddaughters for our first brands.
Yeah. So if your granddaughter don't say she's 16.
She's 16, girl.
Lord Jesus. So girl, you've been a Mima for a long time, girl.
Yes, I have. And I know I'm younger than you, but you started a little later than I did, is what's happened.
I did. That's a very professional look on you. I like that look.
Well, thank you, my dear.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I do. I like the fact that my locks are like, feeling a little bit, they're starting to lay, we hadn't really talked too much about our locks lately, but I was like, okay, are they going to ever like not feel so fruffy? Cause my hair was more like, and now it's starting to like lay down and relax itself,
Yeah. And I wore my little scarf for a long time that was holding things in place, but then also you got to be careful because then that's how I got double locks. Like one strand will have sister lock coming out of it because you got to continuously go in there and pull them apart.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I had some.
What they call when they lock?
Interlock.
No, there's a name for them, but I can't think of it right now.
Me either. So, but can I tell you that I had some that were so thin, and they were like, I don't know if I can hold on. I don't know if I can hold on, kind. That I ended up having to have my loctician double some up, double like bind them together.
Yeah,
kind of. So
I was gonna say I could Google it and see what it's called, but Google's not ethnic enough.
You should create a Ebonics. Does it have to be Ebonics though? Does it have to be? How about a Afro Google?
I don't know.
Frugal.
You know, but that's funny.
Frugal.
And now I'm curious. I want to know if you can figure it out.
And so, speaking of the two that were actually intertwined, it ended up that on the end, I can't. I'm trying to. I'm feeling my hair right now, so I'm trying. I thought I could find it, but I have like a little fork at the end of a couple of these because they were bound together.
You have some too?
I do, girl. I do. And I forgot to mention that because that's. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, it's not that one, but yeah. So anyway, in here somewhere is a couple forks, and they're little small forks, but they're still forks all the same.
Well, you know what? Maybe by next week we can sit down and because I have at least 3 or 4 of them. I told you that that I was in the elevator because I'm in the city.
Yeah.
And so my daughter has had her baby, guys, and I came to stay with her for. It's probably 2 weeks now already because I came a week and a half before the baby was born, and she came this past week. So we'll keep our date to myself. But so I was in the elevator because my son-in-law had some of his friends were carting me back and forth to the hospital so he could stay there.
Very thoughtful.
Yeah, and so I'm in the elevator and getting ready to get off. Well, this lady gets on and she's like, oh, "I love your hair." I said, "Thank you." And so I said, I'm not sure if she asked me how long. I said, well, I've had them for 6 years. Yeah. I think this past year, January was 6 years. And she said, oh, she says, I said, well, yeah. I said, well, I'll let you in on a secret. She said, what? I said, I was told that mine appear to be more like micro locks, I'll say it that way, than sister locks. Yeah. And she said, no. She says, I've been doing hair, but I stopped doing it because people are picky. She says, no. You have sister locks. And she says, and then when I see somebody like you're a high value woman.
That's so sweet.
She said, when I see people like you and I know the investment, I'm telling you right now that you have sister locks and you're a high value woman.
Amen. What she said.
I called my husband. I said, you know what? I said, I was told that I said, do you know you have a high value woman? He says, of course I know I have a high value woman.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah. And so when she got off the elevator, she pulled off her hat off the elevator. And she said, these are micro locks, is what she said. I said, well, go ahead, queen, yelling down the hall. And then the guy in my son-in-law's friend was like, what is all that? Like, what? I said, don't worry, it's a black woman thing.
Yes, indeed. So what was it we were supposed to be asking Google about? Well, you said it's Google. Did you try it already?
Well, you know what? I was going to try and type it, but I was typing in the wrong words. So I'm just going to use my words. Let me see. Okay, Google, what do you call it when your extensions or your sister locks join together when one lock becomes 2? What is it called?
When your sister locks or extensions join together, it's called merging or combining. If it happens unintentionally at the root, it's sometimes called marrying.
She said it's called marrying, but I think there's still another name for it.
Yeah, well, I'm on here also. Yeah, sister locks join together. It says marry, and like married, and but then it says also combining. It says this involves retightening 2 or more individual locks together at the root to form a single thicker lock.
Yeah, it was a different name. I mean, that's definitely explaining what it is. But I think there's a little bit, I won't say there's a little bit more of an ethnic name for it, but there was something else that was called, and I don't even know who I could.
Bonding?
I don't know. It'll come back. If not, we'll bring it up next week. I'll write it on the space on my calendar. Where's your calendar? You have your calendar?
My calendar's right here. I showed you my new one for this year, right?
I don't know. This is mine. It's not the one that I wanted.
Oh, yeah. I saw that fancy leather bound.
So, on the inside, it has a day for each, a spot for each day. So I think that when we talk about stuff, I'm just going to go right straight to next Tuesday and write down.
Heck yeah.
Because we're putting stuff in different spots and then not being able to find it.
Yeah.
I am right under this fan. I mean,
Girl, don't mind my grandson's scribble, but this is my February.
I love it.
I don't need a job.
In my Bible.
I don't need a job.
I'm going to text you back and say, girl, follow your own heart. I mean, I'm just saying.
Okay, so what my sister is talking about is last night in the wee hours of the evening, I am actually online, still correcting, updating my resume to look for a career or a job, and she's like, "Girl,
I said, sit your tail down.
Your behind down, sit your hind parts down."
Because you closer to the, I'm already over the 60, and I'm not gonna say over the hill. I purposely did not say over the hill. I'm over the 60, and I'm okay. I'm okay with it. And she's closer to the 60 than she thinks, and she just truth is truth. Whatever. It is what it is.
Well, first of all, what
would Reverend say? It is what a TIT is.
Yes. So I'll say thank you, Lord. Although I'm not 60, I'm rocking close to 60. Praise Jesus.
You're on the cuff, girl. When is it?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really? Oh, so everybody can. Oh, it's like that now.
Like that now. I cannot believe it, though. I am like so close, like in a year or two, right around the corner. Sheesh.
Yeah. Now I'm like, okay, if it's gonna, help me to find my tribe on social media like Instagram and TikTok, let me find my tribe, because I keep, some of the stuff that now I'm getting stuff that, like, how does TikTok know I'm a grandma? I mean, before I even post my post.
What?
Yeah. Now they're throwing stuff my way. Like,
Big Brother's always listening. You know that.
Your category.
Big bro. Bruv.
Yeah. So.
So what else? What else am I on? Oh, girl, did I tell you that I actually gardening? I'm on the garden right now. So yes, So can I just say, for spring, I am like so late for everything. I didn't even start anything in the house to bring outside, right? So
you're not late. You're right on time.
Amen.
All these different people. You're right where you're supposed to be. Go ahead.
Okay. So then I had the audacity to decide that. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3 decent sized garden beds that are lined up. The 2 of them, the 3 are actually good for me to walk on alongside. But the first one, I put too close to the fence to where I can't walk behind it. So like, say, give you an example, I had cucumbers going crazy and I couldn't reach them all because I couldn't get behind the whole entire garden bed, right?
Uh-huh.
So I decided in my infinite, decisions, wisdom, that I was going to, yes, my infinite wisdom, that I was going to move the furthest garden bed so I could actually use that space for something else other than the garden. I decided to move that big behind box to the backyard, still in the backyard, but my deck is right off of the backyard, the back door.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in front of the porch, I want to line up the big boxes right there. That way I have enough space to where I can put lattice underneath the deck. So I still haven't done that part. So I need a lattice around the bottom of the deck, and I want to be able to put nice little stones all around and underneath of the garden beds, the raised beds. So I don't have to worry about a whole bunch of having to weed back prior to trying to get to the garden bed in order to do what I'm going to do. Right.
Look, you're going to have to eventually show me a picture, because that's too many words, but go ahead. All right. So
Matthew, my son, said the same thing.
Well,
so and I sent him a picture. I wonder if I can send a picture as to where it is, because you were here for a couple of weeks at that last time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was out there watering stuff because you went to the wedding. No.
I went to a baby shower.
Cruise. You went on a
cruise, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wedding was the year before that.
Mm-hmm.
St. Vincent, I say, okay. I'd like to have the whole Caribbean life. I'm on my laptop, hoping I can find the picture of girl.
What?
I'm looking at a picture of this food that I ate the other day. It was so good.
Girl, if it's like high calorie, blah 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 blah, a whole bunch of stuff that you ain't supposed to be eating, don't show me.
It's not always just for you. We do have people that pop on from time to time, that like to know what's going on here. Okay, I'll see you then. Does that not look delicious or what?
It does look delicious. Look like it came from. It looks like a restaurant thing, actually.
Yes,
What was
actually
it?
it was, because I don't have this kind of plate. But yeah, so but I did have meat. The meat was barbacoa. I had
Stop right there. What?
Barbacoa is kind of like a let me see. I gotta try to have we'll have Google explain the best way to explain the meat barbacoa.
How do we survive, Lord? How do we get this far without Google? Help us today, Lord.
What is the best way to explain barbacoa?
Is it Mexican?
Oh, she's not talking. Darn it. Okay, so it says barbacoa is a traditional Mexican cooking technique that where tougher meat cuts. Where tougher cuts of meat, traditionally beef cheek, beef tongue, or beef head. It sounds so gross, right? But it's so flavorful. It's slow cooked over a long period of time. Historically, it's underground pits that they actually utilize to actually do that. Until it falls apart, so tender, but the meat is just so succulent, right? It says that it's intensely savory. So it's got a wonderful flavor to it. And I said, mwah, to barbacoa. If it's done just, I have actually only had a few times that I've had barbacoa that wasn't delicious, but this was bajanging.
All right. Hello, ladies from my, I call her like an auntie assist on TikTok. So she comes on at 4 o'clock in the morning. And she says, hello, ladies.
Hello. I'm so sorry I can't see you. I'd like to get so let me see if I can go to the YouTube
and we're still Connecticut housewives, or we're still Connecticut sisters, but right now we're calling ourselves sister chat and chew, right? What is that? What else? What other names we came up with?
I haven't, but we're gonna get rid of the shoe part, because I don't know if there was a show called The Chew, and I'm not a fan of the whole.
Well, so what I'm trying to say is right now, even though the Connecticut was a part of us because we were born there, that you're in Texas and right now I'm in New Jersey. I can see that part. Yeah. So, and this is a nice little neighborhood that they live in.
Yeah, it really was. It really is.
I talked to our aunt in Brooklyn the other day, and she's not too far. She's like, well, are you on this end of the street or this end? I said, Auntie, I barely know where I am when I'm at home in Connecticut. I don't know where I'm at here in New Jersey. Mm-hmm. But I mean, the apartment has big, huge windows. She said, get your rest. You look tired. You know what? 5, you know how it is, 5:30 in the morning, right? Mm-hmm. And I stayed up for a little bit trying to help my daughter do her hair last night. Because, even though I was tired, I mean, she has the baby. And I try and take the baby in between or after she breastfeeds. And then I hold her for a bit and you sit her up straight. And girl, how did our baby survive without no swaddling? I did not do the whole swaddling for like till 8 months, 9 months old. And all the stuff that I'm learning from her, I'm like, how did all of our babies survive without all this technology?
Very easily.
They got the wipey warmer, they got the bottle warmer, they got the bottle washer, they got the bottle washer dryer and Darnell fill it up with milk. They got the separate breast pumps that operate on batteries and you just put them in your and I'm walking around the house. I'm like, what is that? Guys, I hear your refrigerator. I hear some noise. She said, Mom, that's the breast milk. Because she's just walking around doing stuff and the milk is just pumping itself.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I had a girl. So some of my kids, I had so the number 3 and 4 down. I had to pump my milk from work.
Girl, it was too painful. I couldn't pump no. I hardly even. And then mine was like this. I didn't have that electric thing.
I remember that little hand pumpy. No. Yeah.
I did that for heart. Look, mine never
took you had kids after I did. If I had an electric pump, you you should have splurged.
I didn't have one. You should have splurged. Girl, why? Because I didn't have to feed them from no bottle. They ain't eating from no bottle.
But the blessing is we're able to breastfeed all of our children. Which
I know. Yeah, she said, congratulations, Grandma. It's a great feeling and blessings to be able to see your grandchildren. Absolutely.
Amen.
We were just talking about that.
Why can't I see the words today? Let me see.
Yeah.
I can see the words, darling. Okay.
Yes. So this is my actual born sister. So we're actually only 3 years apart, even though I really do believe that it's possible that we're twins. But now that your grandchildren call you Mima, and I love it so much. Now my grandchildren, we're just joined at the hip. We love our brother and our other sister too.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. but they're so much younger than we are. Yeah, see, I miss not being on TikTok. I forget that I can say it over here, and you get to do all this, you get to do all this, and all the little things pop up on the screen. Come on, YouTube, you need to get together.
Look at you, Miss Technology. I am a one man, what one horse pony or one pony horse or whatever. One show pony or whatever.
I hear you.
One
pony show. I don't know.
Yeah. So, yeah. In other words, I'm content with just having the one thing. One thing. I want to
one horse. She said I just need one horse. That's all. one pony show.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I was saying also that the apartment has these big, huge windows. It's like, you know.
And then there's multiple windows at no less. So it's like you get the whole not almost a panoramic view, or at least a half panoramic view. You know, amazing.
Between, yeah, but that's just a little too much glass for me. And look,
go ahead, say that.
She said, "Yes, I remember you announced that she is your sister." Yes, and so I be pulling these shades down at 5:30, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Because you have a flashlight, so they can see you from the street. And so she says, "Mommy, in the daytime they can't see you on the street. There's a film." I saw people on the second floor because I was looking, but she's. But she is up higher, you know what I mean? But I'm like, these people, I can see the whole street going all the way up. You know, it's just weird for me, you know, but it's neat. It's neat.
Oh, Harleen says that your channel is growing nicely.
And she said her YouTube channel is growing nicely.
Oh, hers? Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah, we have to go over there.
Nice,
she said she's starting to post. I haven't been over there in a bit, but I have to go over there. And she said she's gonna start posting some prayers or something like that over there.
Oh, nice. Yeah. You probably shouldn't narrow down exactly where you are in New Jersey. He's asking what part of New Jersey.
I can DM you. Yeah, I can DM you because honestly, I was trying to tell my aunt who's in Brooklyn, and she's like, "But I said, Auntie, I don't know." I said, "You had the exact address. I mean, you know, I could take the train, and you could take the train, and to me, you know." But yeah, I can DM you, sis. Because I know, even though my daughter says she wants me here to like the end of the month, I told Aunt D, I was like, I need to come and visit y'all in Brooklyn.
How are your eating habits?
Huh?
I said, so how are your eating habits while you're away?
No, you didn't. You throw me on the bus. You can see I have my stand up higher, so you can't see the double chin.
Girl, listen, if I'm letting my stuff flow. Freedom flow,
girl. So, but we've had African food. I'm looking for some Ethiopian is different from anybody else. But we've had African food. We've had Jamaican food. This weekend we had some Haitian food.
Yes,
and then,
girl, you have the smorgasbord of food with flavor.
Girl, I do. But I was like excited to come here because the gym is downstairs. They got all the everything, all the amenities in the building. And I know and thank God she doesn't have a skill right now because I know I put on at least 3 to 5 pounds at least. You know, but I did drink. I woke up this morning. I made my smoothie, my green smoothie, and I love it because Sister Harleen is also into smoothies and stuff like that too. You know what? Make your morning smoothie, sis. I would love to see how you make your morning smoothie and post it. Because I'll be over there. Like, and she's a nice size too, but I know, you know, some of it may be, you know, we all go through a little bit of stress, you know. So I think that I won't say her business as to what was going on last year. But yeah, she's a thin, well-proportioned woman.
Nice.
She says, sounds delicious, a variety of different foods. And I'm excited.
I know.
And then while I was here, because when the friend dropped me off here the day they were still at the hospital, because she was there for like 4 or 5 days maybe.
Yes.
Look, he had one day. I love it because I said, "Oh, I'll order the groceries. I'll make the grocery list and I'll order the groceries because I'm not driving your car to no store. I don't do city stuff here, so I'll have the stuff. If I don't do it at home, I know I'm not gonna do it here.
And you didn't do it here either. I know you ain't.
You know, so,
and we have more lanes.
Look, girl, she said I don't like being skinny. Our mother said at one time that she said she didn't like being skinny, and she said that she wished that she had never said that because now she got all the plumpness.
Thank the Lord. Thank you, Father above. Okay, because skinny is not bad. That's like I'll give you an example. Okay, I have a son, 6 foot, right? he was thin his whole entire life until he got into his like 30s, right? And yes, I have a son, still, old maybe 30s. But now he's like a good size. And I used to call him my thin man, and affectionately, it's not to mock or make him feel bad. But long story short, I said, you just get a little bit older, that metabolism will slow down a little bit, and you will appreciate all those years you had thin. So all I can say is there are worse things, you're not happy with thin, and I know we all have our own what we have.
Really, I just don't want my legs. I never had my thighs rubbed together.
So, no, girl. This is I've been attacked my whole life, including the military. So I'm not happy.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
and be able to go up and down steps without, and I was kind of doing that when I was still on the smaller side, but I just need to get my stamina back up. And there's a gym downstairs, so I need to do my Bible study early in the morning, 7 to 8. Get down there and come back up so I can help her to hold the baby once, So I'll work it out. I still got a couple weeks to figure it all out.
So I meant to ask you, are you cooking?
Girl, ain't nobody over here cooking it. No, I did. No, I had salmon and fish, but that gets boring for other people. Salmon and fish. I could eat it every day. Chicken and fish.
But that's part of your duty. At least cook once, twice a week, huh?
Yeah, but I'm not in charge of it. They just signed up on her pad, Instacart. So I can make the grocery list, and because I want to do some cornmeal porridge, and then my daughter doesn't eat any eggs, so they like pancakes and stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely because you look, no matter what, I'm eating at 5:45. My plate's gonna be on the table. Like I've already started preparing at 4:00. I don't be playing.
I love that about you. That you are definitely consistent. Consistency is the key. But if I feed my father at 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock, he's gonna want to eat at 6 and at 7 and at 8. And at 9 and at 10. So we have a late dinner like we probably shouldn't do, but he's gonna be up long enough to 2-3 hours after that. So he's good.
So we ate early. So we did eat like 5 o'clock yesterday. Yeah. But when my as you know, my son-in-law, he made another rotation around the sun yesterday.
Yes.
He enjoyed it yesterday. Yes. And so when he went out, I thought he was going to be hanging out with his friends for a long time. He came back in and he had a salad for me and for my daughter. I said, I just love it. Because even though I ate at 5, I was ready to eat again. But I didn't want to, make all the ruckus in the kitchen and stuff like that. And that salad came right on time.
As they say, it came clutch. So, today is my firstborn's, rotation day.
Your daughter. Yes, I didn't text her yet, but I will. Yeah. So Sis Harleen says, I lost about 20 pounds. That's not the healthy weight. So I am trying to gain it back. Yeah.
So all I can say is, Lord, maybe let me be 20 to 40 pounds down, Jesus.
Yes.
If I can share some of mine, I'm a good sharer. Ask my sister. If I could give you some of mine, I would.
I'm still waiting for her to give me some of her eyebrows. So I don't know about that. She's stingy. My 2 older daughters are stingy.
Oh, these?
Yeah. See, that's not right.
Do you have the iron water? My eyes water a whole lot. Like the little corner of my. Oh, wrong way.
Yes, I will enjoy my stay. I'm enjoying my stay. She's laughing. She's laughing. Yeah. So,
goodness. Yeah. So garden life. I was supposed to be on here trying to show you what if I can find a picture of where my garden, the first garden bed. Girl, I had to listen. Military. On VA, I can't be doing like I was doing like 20 and 30 years old. So I had to get all the soil out of the garden bed in order to actually get the box to be transferred from one spot to another with help. But it took me a good while to get all that dirt out because I had to take me some breaks.
and not to mention that hot Texas sun.
Oh no! I don't do. I try real hard not to do anything during hot peak sun season, peak sun. Mm-hmm. So yeah, no. But anyway, it was still hot. It's just and today and yesterday, I guess everybody had a cold front coming through. It's been so wonderfully comfortable here. We had like 70s. It started out like 30, not 30, but like 46 degrees. I'm like, yeah, 46. I slept so good. I ended up coming downstairs and Pop's upstairs by himself, which means I can crank the heat upstairs and be nice and cool down here. Oh, loving it.
Also, Sister Harleen, put your email. No, not email. What's it called? put your YouTube page in the comment section, and then anybody can go over and subscribe to your page. I know my sister would be one of those. So I'm already there. I've already done it. But yeah, we're here to help each other out. Help each other out. Not unless it's under the same exact name that you're under, that you're texting under right now. Yeah. Yeah. So that'd be nice. I would love to see our Aunt D. Taking the bus or train in here or something, because she could drive, but she was thinking that it's like her apartment complex where there's not very many parking spaces. I said, oh no, if you drive, there's unless you drive into the gate, whatever, and then they'll let you. I mean, as far as I know, there's spaces behind the building for guests.
Drive into the gate. Fancy.
Yeah, right. Drive to the gate. Let them valet your car. Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah. So
some of the things we talk, obviously people have heard. That's her name. Did you see your name right there? As far as going to her her YouTube page, so it is the same name that is under that's in her name, her username. But we talk about gardening. We talk about taking care of the elderly. We talk about our sister locks, which we need to come with a different fancy style for next week. How about that? I actually really like I like that look right there for you. So if you can, when you take off the glasses today, just tape them to that position.
And then I have the audacity to put him in a purple box, darling.
I hear you. I have a box like that too. I forgot to bring my new glasses.
What?
He came from Connecticut, and then once he got here, he was getting ready to leave, right? Because I walked him back to the car, me and my son-in-law, and he says, "Oh, you had a box. You had a package that came in." I'm like, "Honey, why didn't you bring it with you? Like, why didn't you bring it with you?"
Listen, I understand that.
And I have 3 new boxes from TikTok waiting at my house now.
Oh Lord.
But he's coming back Friday-ish. So hopefully I'm gonna call him, like, bring all my packages. I want something to do here. Open up all my packages.
So I have pictures of the compost that I'm creating. It has so many eggs in there, girl.
What do you mean? Eggs from what?
Look at this soil. This is the soil for my compost.
Oh, eggshells. Can you say eggshells? Eggshells.
But I mean, that soil is so rich, girl.
Yeah.
So that's one.
Because I love how my kitchen is, and because you used to live there. I open up that side door to the kitchen, and I just bounce all my stuff off that wall, off that the neighbor's fence.
You do?
Yeah, I open up and I throw my like if I have apple peels, I throw it right out there in the garden, and it bounces off the wall into my garden.
So this is me actually repairing the lining in the garden bed, because I can't just do one thing without doing the other, right?
That's a whole lot, girl.
So why don't you go ahead and buy one? First of all, if I have it, it ain't that broke. I can't fix it. Right?
See, I would say that's your problem, my problem, because I love. We gonna use whatever we have until all the wheels fall off, and sometimes that's not a good. And sometimes it's not a good thing, but yeah.
So and then I even repaired, like you can see, this one side of the lining isn't complete. So I couldn't just leave it that way. I had to fix that too. So, but that's me putting the soil in the inside. Girl, it was a day. It was a day to be had. And I think I ended up finishing it up the next day because I ain't trying to, like I say, when you have neck and back issues, you try to do everything in moderation. I'm trying to, live.
If you were going to do something, if you were going to try and find yourself a new career, which your career is called sit yourself down and relax yourself. She says, yes, I love to plant, but I haven't yet. Her and I do something every year. And she is my sister Ajua is the plant, what's it called? Oh girl, eggplant. Even in the yard that I'm in right now that you used to live in, you still got your eggplant. I'm like, how in the world? I know it's all about amending your soil. So maybe this year you can come, I don't know, you can talk me through it, because I even purchased the eggplant. But you know what? You don't have city squirrels. You're in Texas and you got a little bit of space. Man, them
squirrels.
Them suburban
you're correct. They're not city squirrels.
Well, I'm not in the city, but suburban squirrels, whatever. He was still a ghetto squirrel. had my son and them get a BB gun, because that one, we're talking 15 or more years ago, the squirrel got off the tree and slid down the gutter for the house. And every time you do it, all you can hear is scream. I'm like, if that squirrel don't, and I like, get your Annie, get your gun.
How about when you first moved there, they were throwing down like, you know, nuts at you, acorns at you.
You know, so that's why I named them city squirrels, even though I don't live in the city. There's some,
you know,
suburban, ghetto, even though we don't live in the ghetto either. But anyway, yeah.
Okay, you're not from around here.
Right. So some of the things she says, oh yeah. So she's saying my deceased husband used to plant eggplants, tomatoes, and peppers, and etc. Yeah.
Oh yes, and I have I've only had one harvest where I really would have liked to have shown my whole garden, just because it really looked good. I mean, even from corn that actually grew and produced.
I keep trying to grow some corn too. So her and I both, the peppers we do, tomatoes we do, cucumbers we do. I'm not sure, last year for some reason I got started late, so I kind of I loved it that year.
You got started right on time.
Yeah. Well, I loved it that year that your son, because one of her sons, Matthew, lives in Connecticut, and that boy, when he grew up gardening from the time he was like 2 or 3 years old, and so he over planted, which to me that wasn't overplanting, because he gave his auntie and I was feeling bad because my sister was in Texas and she couldn't like get any of those things, but man, he gave me double everything, and that was a good year. All these different types of tomatoes and cucumbers and all the things. She said those squirrels are annoying. Yes, they are on the deck. I had this one year. I had this cute little. It was like a squash, but it was like or some kind of a pumpkin, and it was not orange pumpkin, but it had green, like in green speckles, whatever.
Yeah.
And I kept watching that thing, and I was nurturing it. It was on the vine, and I was like, "Oh, it's coming! It's so." I even have that squirrel got down there, and just when it was, I said, "Let me just leave it for one more day." I had the thing on the vine for that one last day. Came out to check it. That squirrel said, "Oh, you want to scratch it," and left it there. I'm like, if I ever get my hands on you,
Tubby Fool, he said something for you. Girl, cut off that portion over there. You go ahead and you.
Well, that was probably 7 or more years ago, and now look, you gonna get that side of the tomato. I'm gonna get this side of the tomato. Okay, so for me, it's for you. You know.
So here I have a nectarine tree, and it blossomed.
She's laughing.
Yeah. So I had a nectarine and it blossomed. But in my last location here in Texas, I had a peach tree. Girl, 1 year the peaches were looking just right. I saw them. I said, okay, almost ready. Yeah. So I went somewhere and came back a week later. I said, I'm gonna get all those peaches right. There was not near peach left on the tree. Not nary.
She said you need to get a dog. She has a dog.
A dog.
She don't have a real dog because this little old snapper. What is it? What kind of dog is that?
He is a mini schnauzer.
A mini schnauzer. We grew up with Yorkshire Terriers. Yeah. And I did have Rottweilers. You know, another story. Yeah. My landlord said, which is her.
Stop it.
Which is her. So we haven't had a dog in a while, but I did have them when I was in Virginia, and that dog. Yeah, nobody wanted to come up in that yard, even though it was like 2 acres when I had that in Virginia. But yeah.
Do you want to see a gorgeous sunset?
Sure. Is that on your page?
Is that not gorgeous?
It is gorgeous.
I'm gonna have to post it, but I love taking pictures. That's my jam. But that's
your personal. You got one yourself?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. So let's throw some things out there that we talk about gardening. We talk about sister locks. We talk about our children and grandchildren. Now what?
She's in Texas. You in Texas?
Yeah. Girl, you gotta read the things completely because you're like,
I know, right?
She said,
"Oh, so it's Texas."
You in Texas? Yes, she's in Texas.
Yes, I'm in Texas.
Oh, there's a guy selling Rottweilers.
What?
That's big for her to handle by herself, though.
That's a big dog.
I love me some Rottweiler. I had a Rottweiler. That's what I had in Virginia.
And I can't get anything that's gonna pull me and you know.
Well, you gotta train them well. You send them to school. We didn't send ours to school, but you can. I would like to have one other one. Matter of fact, I would like for us, if we actually were to leave the country and to move somewhere else, because I was talking about that. I would love to not, you can't grow them. What do you do?
Breathe.
Yes, thank you. What you know how it is. You get over a certain age, and these words.
You can't be bobbing over my words and that whole thing.
Yes, the breeding Rottweilers. Yes, she said. Oh, she said yes. Your picture is beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, and believe it or not, that was at church, and I said I cannot miss this sunset before I go in.
Oh, night. Oh, so nighttime service. Gardening, sister locks, grandchildren, pop care. My sister is taking care of our father, is he actually gonna be 85 this year?
He's gonna be 85 this year.
Wow.
He's got an eye appointment coming up here on the 30th.
Yeah.
I solicited help to help me get him into the car so we can get there. And
so that's a hard question, and it's a hard subject, but what did you decide to do? You're gonna still keep trying to do it by yourself?
I was going through a wave because 2 weekends in a row at the ER was not gonna was that really triggered not mine, but PTSD was kicking in hard, but he's easy. The only thing is getting him to not getting him, besides having to freshen him up and stuff like that, and whatever. It is just the evening time when I lay down, he wants to be alive. He wants more snacks, and he wants to
just hire a sitter, girl. I don't understand. You're with that other agency, but seriously, stop.
You are the other person, but you didn't finish paperwork.
I cannot fly. I got a husband. Okay, I got a husband and a child. Well, he's a grown son, child, whatever. But I'm saying I can do that. But I'm saying to hire somebody to come in and sit that man, even if it's like 6 to 8.
And so I'll talk to you offline about why I didn't go the route I was going to. I have some people lined up, but I don't know. I mean, I got to talk to you about why.
Yeah. Well, we need to have a sibling conference anyway. Get everybody in line. But Sis Harleen says that she had her husband. Her husband passed away last year.
So sorry for your loss.
Yes. She said, have a great day. Enjoy listening to you, girl. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Yeah, I knew her before her husband passed away too, because I've been following her on TikTok. You can make some really good relationships on. There are a lot of bad things and a lot of bad people that are out there.
Yeah.
But for every bad thing, God made all these things that are good also. So she has another lady who comes in the morning and reads Psalms 91 for her in the morning, and I also follow her also. So it's just building community, and sometimes you have to build community online. 2020 taught us some things that were good. Not everything is bad.
That's exactly right. So I'm looking forward to. Actually, I can probably just look for her now.
Thanks for coming out. Yes.
It's almost 1:00 my time to yours. Time flies. Guess where I'm going after this?
Where you going?
Pickleball, baby.
Oh, girl. See, I'm going to the gym today. How many steps you have already? Because we shouldn't even say that loud. I don't even want.
I only have. I'm ashamed to say.
I know, me too, girl. I might not even be at 100. So there you have it. Oh my! And then on top of that,
2090. But by the time I come home, I'll have 10.
That's 2000 is nice. That's good. And you're gonna be sweating. This is a good day for my battery to die. It died on me, and I'm not one to let my mind die at all. But I did change the room around before. Because in the morning I was facing the other way, like facing the closet.
Yeah.
And all my cords were on that side of the room, and every time they came in to get something for the baby, because the baby is in a bassinet in the room.
Yeah.
They kept stepping. We all kept stepping over my cords. I'm like, this is not good. Like, I don't want my laptop to snatch off this.
I get it. Yeah.
So while
and you can't. Can you unplug it? When you're done with it, unplug it and.
No, I changed the room around. And I had asked him. I thought about it yesterday. I haven't.
You changed the room around?
I know something. Don't tell my husband that I just up on my own. Don't tell him. She said so true. So while the baby was sleeping and he was sleeping, because I didn't want him to do it yesterday. He was out hanging out with his friends, and
nice.
I just pushed everything nice and slow because we're on the top floor, and I don't want the person underneath of us. So I just push everything slow, one piece at a time. I wasn't in a rush, and all I know is that I did my morning facing that way this morning, and I'm like, okay, by the time 1 o'clock comes, I'm gonna be facing the window because look how good this light is. You can tell the difference, right? Oh, you're frozen.
Yeah, what the world? My phone just decided to shut off. I hear you talking, but like the screen went off.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you can tell I'm facing the window, right? Because there's so much brightness coming in.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I just slid all the boxes slowly, and you could tell it looks like if I'm here, it looks like it could be a piano or something. But it's just the crib.
Oh.
And then there's a bunk bed on this side for the oldest daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. So I know that the oldest daughter was like so excited to see like their little baby, her baby sister.
She did not want to because right now she's, living in a different location with her other grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, she was crying. She didn't want to leave. She didn't want to leave. And so today I heard her because she called her dad before school because she's 7, and she's like, my tooth is loose. I'm like, well, are they gonna make her go to school? He said, I don't know. She was like needing a reason to just not go to school.
That's not a good enough reason. No.
Yeah, no. We all do. We've all been there. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but I did get some good sleep though, because Carl.
But
so for next week, okay. So here we are. What? Oh, we're at 51. So what are some subjects we're gonna talk about next? Because we're gonna come with a different hairstyle.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk about, girl. You said you got 8 hours sleep for the first time in a long time.
Yeah. Oh, that's not a good picture. I was gonna show you. A picture of my. Oh, look at this! This is so sad. I had a lowly before we had a cold front. I had a lowly head of lettuce pop up. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did we finish? Let me see. Girl, we're all over the place.
All over the place.
I'm gonna write down good sleep. So tell me.
Oh Lord.
We're gonna talk about what you did to get good sleep. That's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Not now, but for next week. And remind me, it's in my calendar. So my calendar is here, and I'm writing on next Tuesday so we can know what some things that we're gonna talk about. There's some people that I see or hear their stories on TikTok and also Instagram over the years, but I need to not just write their names down, but contact people so we can interview and have a discussion.
Yeah.
And there was this one lady, I'm like, I am doing all the things, posted all scheduled, and then there's some people who just have a picture and they're just staring with music. And I'm like, what gives? Sometimes when you try too hard.
I might try that. Because I'm not I like being behind the camera, not on the camera. I could have actually.
Yeah. And then let TikTok pick the song for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I know why my thing is going out. It's going out because my battery's low.
You know what? I knew you were gonna say that. I was trying not to. Set your alarm the day before.
Well, you know what? I said, oh, it's got half. I told myself, oh, it's got half. But you know what? I said, that's good to go. I said, there's no sense in charging it more before he's even run down to nothing. You know I have one, girl. You know I have one.
And even the laptop, when I got on, it was kind of half. I'm like, we ain't gonna be. That's not happening. So I plugged that one in too. I'm like, so everything.
Oh, no, my laptop is good. I charged that last night.
Well, well, see, the thing, when I use my phone in the morning and my laptop, TikTok uses up a lot of energy.
Yeah.
So by the time I get off, sometimes I'm already even if I start off at 100, which every morning I do start off with 100.
Yeah.
I can be down to 49% easy just from TikTok. But
wow,
it's live.
Yeah.
I'm hitting the buttons and so it does take up a lot of energy.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some other things. So Elizabeth also finally I have her laptop in here and her husband's iPad, and they both gave me the combinations to it because we can have the Instacart in the laptop, but if I don't know your code, I'm not going to wake you up and bother you when you have the baby to put the code in there, So, what did any of your children did your oldest one? Did she? Nobody did anything with to me right now, placenta is a bad word, but anyway, maybe we'll talk about that next week, or maybe I might have to push it off 3 weeks. But anyway,
Well, I didn't tell you that I saved my children's umbilical cords. And I didn't know why, but I didn't know that there are Native Americans do that. And I want to say some African nations also do that. And
yeah, but let's look more into that and have that conversation for next week.
Okay, let's do that. Right? Okay, let's write it down.
Yeah, yeah. So
that's what happens. I sharpen my pencils because I'm ready.
Ooh, she ready. She ready.
She ready.
All right. So I wrote down different style for our hair. Talk about good sleep and what you took. And look, I'm gonna put it beside it so I can know without saying it out loud.
Okay.
And then also talking about again, I'll put down placenta, but then I might have to move that for 2 weeks, but we'll see.
Okay, no worries.
So some of the things that we talk about, if anybody else made it to the end, and we do appreciate Sis Harleen for popping in here for us and with us. Yeah. And anybody else who may come in behind us, please put pound replay, and I'll put that in there too, pound replay, so we'll know that you came. Uh-oh, got to first click on the thing. But some of the things we talk about is gardening and sister pop care, sister locks, grandchildren. We've also talked about homeschooling before because did that for a little bit, and she helped her granddaughter who did it for 1 year. How's she doing now?
She's not doing good. She knows at least 1 or 2 girls in the school, and then she got, I guess she ended up having some more friends in school or whatever. But yeah, she's, it is what it is. It's school, I tell you. But some kids need structure, and I think that was her. The other one gave her too much leeway. She would do everything all in one sitting instead of doing it throughout the week like you're supposed to. So that's what it seemed like.
That's what my second daughter did. She would wake up early in the morning and get and knock out 2 lessons.
Yeah.
2 days in a row or something like that.
Yeah. So okay, yeah, and then I'm going to tell you what I planted also because I have some things out there I didn't talk to you about, so we'll talk about that next, as well.
Well, offline, tell me what you planted so I can kind of that I love it. The idea of having some friends who are putting their stuff in the ground and growing stuff together.
Yeah.
And even though you're in Texas and I'll be in Connecticut,
right?
I think that's so cool. Like even I've always wanted a friend of mine who's in Virginia who's passed away now. I mean, I think you remember her. I won't bring her name up right now, but she had lots and lots of kids. She would always decorate her porch, and not like I'm into the holidays, whatever. But I just, even if it's harvest time and you have a stack of hay, whatever, like around you, I just think that's so cool. Like, and then you can send that little clipping to all your friends, and all your porches could look the same in Texas, Virginia, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something that will happen eventually, but anyway. So I thank you all for those who are watching, and then we have a cousin who's been popping in and watching us off and on and leaving comments. So, so we're just gonna say hi in advance to Cousin T.
Hello, Cousin T.
Yeah,
Cousin T.
Cup of tea, cup of tea.
Yeah.
Words of wisdom, let it be.
I can't help it. Okay, so yeah, so we have some things to go on for next week, and that's pretty cool. And I'm gonna let you know how I feel because I have not played pickleball probably in about a month.
Pickleball? What do you mean?
Pickleball.
Pickleball.
Okay,
pickleball. Got you.
Ball of pickle.
Got you. All right then. Thank you for watching and for coming in, for tuning in, for sharing, commenting. Let me see if I can click on this one thing before we get out of here. So what's the name that you wanted us to be besides
Sister Chat? Sister. Well, let's call it Sister Chat for now until we actually,
All right. Let me just change it right now because once I get off, I always think I'm going to do a whole bunch of whatever, and I don't.
Because if I'm chewing, I want something to eat.
I hear you. Well, that's, we could do that too. That could be done.
No.
All right. And I wanted to say, if anybody who's watching right now, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, and all the things. So we'll leave that there. And so we always say,
peace, love, and blessings.
And blessings. Hallelujah. Thank you guys for coming in and joining us. If you have any ideas for content, if you have any ideas for show material, if you'd like to be a guest, let us know ahead of time. We're veterans, we're moms. Now I can say we're grandmas.
Yes.
All the things. So yeah, any grandma ideas, or even just traveling sisters, traveling mamas, just let us know, drop a comment.
Yes.
You. We love new ideas and just try to keep the
Mm-hmm.
ball rolling. Other than that, we're just two sisters having a chat. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys, be blessed. Thank you so much for joining us. And come back and visit us tomorrow. No, visit us next Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 o'clock Central. And also, I'm live over on TikTok every single day, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to like 8:15 or 8 o'clock Eastern. And I pop in on Saturday and Sundays. All right. Because like on Monday through Friday, I cast my net on this side. And then on Saturday and Sunday, I take the net out and I cast it on this side. So I use a different time so I can try and get a different group of fish.
Yeah.
So anyhow, love you guys. Peace and blessings for now.